good to see you guys.
An honor. Thanks for being here today.
Good to see you, Kermit. You know, you look great. I've aged 50 years. You haven't aged a day.
Well, gee, that's very kind of you to say. Yeah. And maybe it's making audiences laugh all these years, keeps me looking young. I don't know. That and a spa day in the swamp every couple of months. Probably what it is.
How are you, Rob? What is it like? You're talking about your Broadway debut. You're sitting next to this guy. He's a co-star. Where are the emotions right now?
Everywhere. It's like a dream that I'm only partially awake to. It's my dream coming true, but it doesn't totally feel real yet. And I don't know when it's gonna wake up and hit. But like honestly, being here today, being interviewed by you, I've watched so much stuff on Broadway.com, so many of your interviews. This hits pretty real.
Oh, thank you so much. So you're having emotions about seeing me like I'm having about seeing
Of course, of
Kermit.
course. And honestly, every time I see Kermit, I still it's hard to not be emotional because this is my childhood. This is my dream. This is, and so much inspiration.
Kermit, you have thrived in front of live audiences, especially on the Muppet Show. I mean, I've grown up watching you do everything. What is different about being in front of Broadway audiences for you?
Ooh, well, it's always fun to perform before a live audience and to get the energy and the reaction from them. And to be part of one of Rob's illusions is especially fun. You mentioned the Muppet Show. We feel so honored. We've just wrapped filming on a new one, a new episode of the Muppet Show. It's part of a 50th anniversary special event on Disney Plus with Sabrina Carpenter as our guest star, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
What's the worst thing that can happen? Two old guys heckling you from a box seat?
Well,
That's pretty rough.
that is
Yeah.
tough. But
I didn't tell them. Did
no,
you?
I didn't tell Statler and Waldorf either. Hopefully, they haven't figured it out, nor will they figure it out.
Hopefully
Let's
they
make
get
sure that they
tickets.
don't see this.
Rob, you have played stages all over the world, but now you're getting ready to play the Broadhurst Theater on Broadway, which is much more intimate. What's it like getting ready for that?
So I've performed in over 60 countries around the world, but now I'm coming to the world stage. And I've performed in arenas, where I make a helicopter appear, but everything on Broadway is intimate. The Broadhurst Theater is very close and very intimate, there's not a bad seat in the house. I've checked them all. I checked for sightlines, I checked reviews, and that means the audience feels personally part of the magic. So every illusion I've chosen for the show at the Broadhurst here on Broadway is to make the audience personally engaged in the magic and personally inspired by the illusions.
Kermit, considering your career, I feel like you should be EGOT by now, but somehow that's not the case. Is this your big shot to get the T for Tony Award?
Oh, gee, well, I may not have an EGOT, but I consider myself an honorary winner because I have so many EGOT recipients as friends. Whoopi and Rita Moreno and Sir Elton John, just to name a few. I mean, how lucky am I, right?
Very.
Rob, what do you have planned for your Muppet friends? You actually could help Kermit maybe get that Tony.
You never know. I mean, anything is possible in the world of magic. We like to say anything is possible, so
That's
we
right.
never know.
That's right.
And I've planned some really exciting custom illusions for Kermit and
Mhm.
maybe a friend or two.
Maybe.
Kermit, as a co-star, how is Rob similar to Miss Piggy and how is he different?
Well, well,
Yeah.
well, both Rob and Miss Piggy are talented in their own unique ways. I will say that Rob does not have quite the same number of, let's call them, requests that Miss Piggy does, and we are not contractually required to bring you presents every day like we are for Miss Piggy, and I am grateful for that.
Rob, I know you also helped create the magic at Death Becomes Her on Broadway, and I know storytelling is a big part of what you do. So how do you think about that? How do you think about engaging an audience?
I start with the story. I start with the theater. I love magic as a trick, it's for fun, but for me, it's taking the audience on a journey. And this journey in our show is how I'm inspired by magic and sharing that inspiration. It's opening up to my vulnerabilities, my personal story of what magic is to me, and letting the audience experience that with me from a theatrical point of view. My favorite type of storytelling is the theater. And that's where I go to recharge. I go see other shows to be inspired. So when I have created illusions for other shows on Broadway or touring, it's being able to dabble and play in that world. And now it's my turn to take my theater, my experience, my magic, and put it on the Broadway stage.
Kermit, is Rob allowed contractually to saw you in half? Be honest.
Um, as long as you put me back together.
Promise.
Okay, good. Yes, it's fine.
By the way, Rob, I just watched you do that. Actually, saw someone have. Do you want to just tell me how you do that, or should I ask ChatGPT?
Can you keep a secret?
Sure.
Good. So can I.
Kermit, do you have an all-time favorite magic trick or one that you would love to try?
Do I have an all-time favorite magic trick, or let's see. Great, that's a good question. I don't know that I have a particular favorite, But I have seen some of Rob's illusions up close as we rehearse them, and I got to tell you, I have no idea how he does them. But let's say I could invent a trick. I'd love to learn how to make a plate of extra crispy crickets appear out of thin air.
That's a good one.
That'd be
Let's
pretty
work on
cool.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Rob, do you think it's harder to make an elephant disappear or to get Miss Piggy off the stage when she wants an encore?
Oh, there's no question. Miss Piggy for sure.
Mhm.
Magic is all about making the impossible appear in front of your eyes, right? And Kermit, I feel like you've been making magic your entire career. Do you guys compare notes on how to do that for an audience?
Oh, well, Rob and I definitely talk about show business and all that, but I think our conversations are about how grateful we feel that we get to do this work every day. It's a really special thing to be able to spend your time making audiences happy.
Has working with Kermit and the Muppets been inspiring for you at this point in your career?
Absolutely. They inspired me from my childhood, and they still inspire me. So meeting Kermit's honestly emotional every single time. That never wears off. And I understand the how special and I have so much reverence for Kermit and the Muppets and the wonder and the enchantment they bring. So it's an honor to be able to bring this to audiences all around.
Kermit, do you have any Broadway dream roles? God, I would love to see you do a musical.
Oh, that would be fun. What do you think I'd be good in?
Wicked?
I guess I'm the right color. Sure.
Rob, what about you? You said earlier that you were actually a real theater person. Did you actually like do any musicals when you were in high school? Did you sing and dance?
So right around the time I got into magic, I realized I can't sing. And I can't not dance. And if I started to sing, the audience would disappear, I promise. So it's probably a good thing I found magic for my thing. But I am one of the biggest theater fans in the world. I try to see everything every year in New York and London. I go to the theater to be inspired and to recharge.
Kermit, who do you think will be more nervous opening night, you or Rob?
Well, who's going to be more nervous? I mean, who doesn't get nervous? A little nervous anyway when you're playing Broadway. You know, I sometimes still get a little nervous before a live audience, even after all these years. But I'm going to say maybe Rob. It's his show, and you're in every scene.
That's
So
true. That's true.
yeah, we're not in the spotlight nearly as much as you are, and these aren't your illusions. So
That's right.
we're just here to help. Sorry, Rob. Hope I didn't make you more nervous.
No, just a little bit, but I'll,
Okay,
I'll handle it.
okay, good.
I gotta tell you, Kermit, it's so emotional to be in the same room with you. You mean so much to me.
Oh.
What is it like to see how people react to you, and what do your fans mean to you?
Well, our fans, they really mean everything to us. I mean that sincerely. Whether you've been a fan of the Muppets for decades or whether this is your first time experiencing the Muppets, we're truly thankful to each and every person in our audience. It means a lot.
Well, I'm so thrilled to see both of you on Broadway this fall. So nice to
Thank you.
meet you.
Thank you.